Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith. Have you ever noticed in this verse how it's not just the obvious sins that could hinder us or stop us? It talks about every weight as being separate from just sin. The Greek word for sin that's used in the New Testament, harmatia, literally means to miss the mark. It means that you're shooting like with a bow and arrow for a target, but you go right past the target. It's talking about missing the mark of what God's called you to do, missing God's will and His perfect plan for your life. It might be a response, it might be an attitude that you have, it might be words that you say or thoughts that you have, things you do. In Romans chapter 8, verse 29, it says that God predestined us to be conformed to the image of His Son. That's a high calling. And you know what? That means if we don't love like Jesus loved, then we're missing it. If we don't forgive like Jesus forgave, we're missing it. You might be wondering right now, how can you go and not be missing it all the time? Well, let's go back to Hebrews chapter 12. It says, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. How? Looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith. We need to focus on Jesus more. Spend more time with Jesus. In prayer, in worship. Get to know Him in His Word. You need to be able to set aside distractions, to spend time alone with God every single day. Every Christian needs that. We have to be able to focus, to quiet ourselves, to shut out everything else except for God. Find what works for you. In the Bible, we see that Jesus got up early and prayed. We see that Jesus prayed all through the night. It might work for you to do it in the middle of the day. Find what works for you and what you can do consistently, and guard it. Guard it ardently and passionately, because the enemy is going to try to steal it from you. I want you to ask God now, what might be hindering you from fulfilling His will for your life? What might be hindering you from spending time with Him every single day?